Hello everyone, this is Blue Thunder Fan Racing, and welcome to the infamous Milwaukee Mile for Race 5 of the PWRL Sony IndyCar Series live from Milwaukee. We've got the Milwaukee Indy Special here to go green. Starting on pole is T.O. Bain. If he didn't crash his primary car during qualifying, he would have also gotten the pole for Portland. Starting next to him is Jasmine Acosta. Row 2 has points leader Zach Buchanan and Maxwell Vady. Row 3, Kevin Ulrich and Aaron Williams. Row 4, Rob Thomas and teammate Tyler Manson. And rounding out the top 10 is Taylor Acosta and Ben Ward. The biggest story is, look at this. Where's number 2? Well, there is no 2 this week. Thomas Mikacook got a one-race suspension for wrecking his teammate and then wrecking Max Skinner. And not only that, he'll be starting in the rear for the next race he runs because he was one of the people involved in that ridiculous improper restart. Also, 6 drivers will start at the back of the field. 6 drivers will start at the back of the field due to that improper restart they had last week. Brian James, Mackenzie Hopkins, Chris Rickenbaugh, Jeffrey Finguy, the just mentioned Max Skinner, and Ryan Acosta. Well, anyway, we're about to go green here. Alright. And while you wait, here is your starting lineup.
Gentlemen, start your engine! Nice meeting. Long day. There'll be a lot of adjustment. It'll be a lot of fun, guys. It's a real race here. We're going to have a blast tonight. I'm telling you.
Alright, we're getting ready to go. Zach Buchanan has a good shot at keeping his points lead because he's starting from the 3rd position. Can T.O. Bain avenge some of his tough luck that he's had? Had he not wrecked his primary car during qualifying for the event, he would have gotten the pole for Portland. However, T.O. Bain did not wreck his car during qualifying today, and he will lead the field to Milwaukee, to the green at Milwaukee. Oh wow, Kevin Ulrich did not get a good start. Meanwhile, Zach Buchanan did. A very good start for Buchanan. Expect this to be a crash fest. Oh, I see the lights going off. Could that be a... Yeah, caution's out for the first time today on the first lap. Garrett Norden, Brian James, Hunter Xanders, Richard Johnson, Chris Rickenbaugh. Oh, looks like another wreck. Tyler Manson, he's starting in the top 10. That guy just cannot catch a break. At first, he was just having mediocre runs, but now he just cannot catch a break. 8th to 31st. Well, Chris Rickenbaugh. Well, let's go and see what happened. Alright, here's what happened to bring out the first caution of the day. Garrett Norton is going to slide up into Daniel Culp. And is going to get pushed down track by Hunter Xander. As you can see, there's problems ahead. Now, Brian James, that penalty is going to really hurt him. Because he slams in the back of the 23, and it's going to cost him. It's going to cost him dearly. And Hannah Smith was the best starting of the Sarah Fisher cars. But she got involved in that wreck that occurred up ahead. Got 2 of the X-Side cars there. Well, there was a wreck up ahead. Yeah, here he is, Tyler Manson. Let's take a look at what happened. Looks like Manson just drives up into Kevin Ulrich. And good miss by Joseph Clark. Nobody hits the 26, he just goes sliding. Well, we'll see you back for the restart. We'll go back to green flag racing on lap number 6 of 75. Only driver out of the race is Brian James. Alright, there were pit stops under that caution. Here is your running order. T.O. Bain is first, Jasmine Acosta is second, Maxwell Vady is third, fourth is Aaron Williams, fifth is Rob Thomas, sixth Kevin Ulrich, seventh Ben Ward, eighth is Zachary Robinson, ninth Brett Yates, and 10th is Jack Nathan. 11th is Austin Talley, 12th Jason Marshall, 13th Jeffrey Finguy, 14th Daniel Culp, 15th Max Skinner, 16th Zach Buchanan, 17th Ryan Acosta, 8th Mackenzie Hopkins, 9th Taylor Acosta, and 20th is Tyler Manson. I wonder where Thomas Mikacook's gonna end up in the point standings since from this race. I know he's gonna lose a lot of spots after being sixth, after coming into this event sixth in the points. But that's what you get for being a bit of a reckless driver, a really reckless driver in a race. As the green's back out, T.O. Bain's gonna get a challenge from Jasmine Acosta, and she's got help from Maxwell Vady. Well, not anymore. Vady goes for the lead. And oh, it's gonna cost her dearly! They hit the wall as there's wrecking behind them. Caution's out. Oh! Ooh, some pretty big contact. Someone's smoking. Well, the 2 is not in this race, so it's gotta be Daniel Hummel. And it is. Oh, boy. Oh, another wreck! Dion Scott and Jeffrey Finguy. There's Richard Johnson and Zach Buchanan, the points leader. I thought I saw T.O. Bain in the pits. I did! T.O. Bain is in the pit lane. He's changing tires. Could there be a puncture on that thing? Could there be damage? Well, either way, Maxwell Vady is your new leader. Let's go back and see what happened in that series of wrecks. Wow, that was pretty interesting. And oh, so there's gonna be pit stops. Well, before we do that, I think we're gonna take a look at pit stops here. Maybe. Nah, let's take a look and see what happened to bring out the second caution of the day. Well, here's what happened to bring out the caution. Here's a look at Brett Yates, and that's not Tyler Manson. That's the 22 of Zachary Robinson. My bad. Contact between Kevin Ulrich and Ben Ward. Man, Ben Ward just cannot catch a break. There's a wreck up ahead, and I think Ben Ward reacted, and he turned down into Zachary Robinson and Brett Yates. Jack Nathan is just gonna barely get clipped. Zach Buchanan, the points leader, gets involved. There's one of the Sarah Fisher cars. Oh wow, someone piled in. That's Richard Johnson. Oh, what am I saying? Basically, the whole field's piling in. Someone stopped. That's Max Mikacook. Oh, Mikacook really got hammered into the wall. He went into the air. Now let's go and see what happened with that utter collision. The collision between the 2 pole sitters. Now Maxwell Vady is going to try and make it 3 wide. However, that 3 wide is not a good idea at Milwaukee. T.O. Bain is going to end up clipping Jasmine Acosta, and they both go in a wall. They save it, but there is damage on both cars. Oh, there's Rob Thomas. He made a little contact with T.O. Bain, but that's still gonna help him in the race. Now there's a wreck further up. I think there was. Oh, don't want to do that. No, I guess not. Well, let's go back for the restart. We'll go back to green flag racing on lap number 11 of 75. Drivers out of the race are Teo Bain. That's another disappointment. Hunter Xanders, Jeffrey Finguy, his teammate, Richard Johnson, Daniel Hummel, and Max Migacook. They all joined Brian James. Here's a look at your top five. Maxwell Vady is first, Aaron Williams is second, Brandon Bain third, fourth Jack Dayton, and fifth is Taylor Acosta. But Teo Bain just has some terrible luck on the Sony IndyCar circuit. He would have gotten the pole for Portland had he not wrecked his primary car, and now at Milwaukee, he gets the pole, but then gets turned into the wall by Jasmine Acosta. It's going to taken him out of the race, and what's worse for him is that Acosta is not out. Now, is there going to be a wreck? They haven't wrecked so far. Oh, they've wrecked now! Caution's out again. I really don't think that we're going to have a green flag lap here. Jasmine Acosta is involved. And wreck up ahead! Oh, no. These Sarah Fisher cars, the Sarah Fisher cars and the X-Side cars keep getting wrecked, and that's Mark Migacook. I think he's last in points. Oh, Rhett Yates piled in. That car is stopped. Jasmine Acosta. Well, Teo Bain's going to say justice well served, because Acosta basically took him out of the race, but now she is out. Well, that's another wreck. Let's see what happened to cause it. Now, I thought it was going to be team orders by the X-Side team, and, like, Mark Migacook was going to wreck 10, but no, this is what happened. Migacook is going to pass the 10 cleanly, but they're running free wide, but Acosta's not who wrecked in the first place. Daniel Kolb is going to get into Ben Ward. Acosta hits the wall, though, and if she had not hit the wall, she would have not been involved, but she hit the wall, and she lost all of her speed. There they go. Rhett Yates got involved, and there's Kolb. He hits the wall. Is anyone going to come in the picture? No. That's all for that wreck. I think there's going to be something involving the Sarah Fisher car of Hannah Smith. Man, these Sarah Fisher cars keep getting wrecked. And, speaking of that, looks like it's not just the Sarah Fisher cars getting wrecked, it's also the X-Side cars getting wrecked. And 2 cars from those stables are going to get together here. Hannah Smith is from the Sarah Fisher team, and the other driver, Mark Migacook, who just cannot catch a break, is from the X-Side team. I think he might actually be last in points. They get together. Migacook goes flying over and over and over. If he's not last in points, well, he's going to be now. Good dodge by Joseph Clark. A very good dodge. There's him and Jay. Oh, he's 4th in points, and he runs into the 80. Okay, gonna fast forward here because someone's gonna pile in. Yeah, Rhett Yates. And that's where Jasmine Acosta is gonna get knocked out of the race. Well, that's all for this wreck. We'll see you back for the restart. We are gonna go back to green flag racing on lap number 16. Drivers out of the race are trying to confirm here. I can't really see. Drivers out of the race are Jasmine Acosta, Mark Migacook, Rhett Yates. That's all of them. They join most of the field. They join a lot of the field. Here's your top 5. Rob Thomas is first. Austin Talley is second. I'm pretty sure it's the only X-Side car left. Maxwell Vady is third. 4th is Aaron Williams. And 5th is Taylor Acosta. Got a few cars on 1 lap down there. The first car 1 lap down is the points leader, Zach Buchanan. That might change. Anna Green's back out, and wow, Mason Wood, one of the lap cars for the Dale Coyne team, got a great restart. Hopefully he doesn't make it free wide. Zach Buchanan's now back on the lead lap, but Dion Scott making contact with Maxwell Vady. They're gonna wreck! I saw that one from the beginning. Oh, but there's another wreck, and they're all gonna pile in, and Marshall gets jacked up by someone. That's a wreck. And Zach Buchanan will not get his lap back as Rob Thomas gets back around the 37. That's not going to put him in a good mood as they're wrecking again. Kevin Ulrich and Chase Normile. And no one's going to hit him. Poor Zach Buchanan is still one lap down. Well, let's go back and see what happened. Well, I saw this one from the beginning. I saw Dion Scott sliding up into Maxwell Vady, and I knew that wasn't going to be fun. Scott's a lap down, by the way. He's going to push Vady into Austin Talbot. The only X-Side car left on the racetrack. Aaron Williams gets a little piece. Kevin Ulrich just piles in, and there's another wreck behind. And Jason Marshall gets jacked up by one of the Panther cars. There's only one left on the track, so it's gotta be Barney Ward. Yes, it is. Now there's another wreck behind them. Ryan Acosta. Was it? Yeah, I think that was Ryan Acosta reacting to the wreck, and Ben Ward was not reacting to the wreck and just turned him around. Now here's a look at the second wreck. He's gonna slide up into Chase Normile and spin himself out. Normile does not spin. It's just a singles car spin. Nobody hits him. No harm, no foul. Well, you'll see you back for the restart. We are going to go back to green flag race on lap number 21. Drivers out of the race are Garrett Norden, Tyler Manson, man, he just can't catch a break, and fourth in points Inman J. Well, he's not going to stay there. Dion Scott, he's 2 laps down. 24 cars remain. Rob Thomas is first, Aaron Williams second, Jack Nayton third, Maxwell Vady is fourth, fifth is Todd Nayton, sixth Ryan Acosta, seventh Taylor Acosta, eighth Brandon Bain, ninth Ben Ward, and 20th is Barney Ward. I know Brandon Bain wants to avenge his younger brother's DNF from the pole by winning this race. That'd be his third win of the season and first on an oval. Well, whoever wins this race, if anyone wins this race, will be their first on an oval, because this is the first oval race of the season. However, next week we're going to Texas for the Firestone 500, which I think will be a much cleaner race. Green flags back out. Rob Thomas and Aaron Williams. There goes Zach Buchanan trying again to get his lap back. Will he actually do it this time? Oh, Buchanan slides up into Rob Thomas. Oh, they're wrecking. They're wrecking back there. Ah, Maxwell Vady. Oh, no. Hey, here's Zach Buchanan, and he is ahead of Aaron Williams, who is now in the lead, and Zach Buchanan will finally get back on the lead lap. And Zach Buchanan is finally back on the lead lap. He'll get a wave around. Aaron Williams is the new leader. And, whoa, wow, that was Barney Ward. Well, let's go back and see what happened to cause another wreck. Drivers wrecking all over the place at Milwaukee. Well, recently in this race, many drivers have been wrecking themselves. Maxwell Vady, look at this. He's just driving for the middle in a free wide battle. That's a no-no. He's gonna get into Jack Nayton. I hope he learns. Oh, wait, they're 4 wide for a moment. There's a wreck up ahead. And then they just start piling in. Like, everyone just starts piling in. There's a wreck even further. There's another wreck even further back. And, oh, Acosta gets flipped over by Jason Marshall, who got jacked up on the last caution. I don't know if Ryan Acosta's going to be good for the next restart. Well, they'll see you back for the restart. We're back to the green flag on lap number 20 on lap number 26. Only driver out of the race on that last caution is Rob Thomas. He goes from first to DNF. Goes from first to the garage. Now, there were some pit stops under that caution. Some drivers stayed out. Here is your running order. Taylor Acosta is first. Brandon Bain is second. Joseph Clark is third. Barney Ward is fourth. Zachary Robinson is fifth. Kevin Ulrich sixth. Seventh, Ben Ward. Eighth, Hannah Smith. Ninth, Aaron Williams. And 10th is Austin Talley. Then you got Jason Marshall, Daniel Culp, Max Skinner, Todd Nathan, and Chase Normile to round out the top 15. Well, 23 cars remain. 20 of them are now on the lead lap, thanks to since Zach Buchanan managed to get back on there. And Mason Wood's been getting some pretty good restarts. I think he might be able to get back on the lead lap, but no, that was uncharacteristic of his previous restarts. That was a terrible restart. Penske teammates are 1-2. I have a feeling there's going to be a wreck. As Taylor Acosta gets a challenge from Brandon Bain, they're actually touching. Brandon Bain turns his teammate. They're wrecking! Oh my god! You're kidding me! Oh my gosh! Taylor Acosta's okay, but Brandon Bain is in trouble again! This is the third week in a row that Brandon Bain has experienced problems. That car is smoking. He is out of the race. Oh, and they're wrecking again. And another flip. Chase Normile is flipping over. He also drives away. What is with rollovers and driving away? Well, Kevin Ulrich is the leader. Wow. Now, those are some big wrecks. Jack Nathan's smoking. Well, we'll see you. We'll see you back. Let's see what happened. Well, I don't know what Brandon Bain was thinking, but this was all his fault. He just goes straight up into his teammate, Taylor Acosta, and turns her from the lead, and she's gonna start flipping. Brandon Bain catches some air himself. Acosta goes for several rolls. I would be concerned if it weren't for the fact that, well, Taylor Acosta drove away. Not saying it's a bad thing, that's a good thing. Meanwhile in Russia, Dion Scott gets involved in another incident. They're gonna go 4 wide. I don't know how they thought this was gonna work, and well, if they do, another Hannah Smith car is going to get wrecked, it looks like. And, yep, they're going to pile in, and indeed another Hannah Smith car is in trouble. However, a good job by Hannah Smith. Oh, no. Well, she did originally make a good dodge there, but someone ran to the back of, or someone ran to the back end of that car. Someone ran to the back of her. Now, there was a wreck up here. Oh, here it is. This is going to involve a top 10 in points, Todd Nathan, and Chase Normile. You saw, Nathan gets in the Normile. Normile is going to go up into Austin Talley. Oh, hold on. I'm freaking... is going to go up in Austin Talley, and then going to get bumped by Jack Nathan, and watch the ride he takes. Wow! Flipping. And just like Taylor Acosta, but just like the first flip on this lap, the driver that got into that car is smoking. In fact, the first one's there, Brandon Bain, and the car goes flipping, drives away. So Chase Normile is definitely all right. However, there's no onboard camera installed on that car. So, I want to do an onboard of one of the flips, so we're going to have to do Taylor Acosta. Because that team can't have the onboard cameras. I'll use the onboard for Taylor Acosta. The camera didn't go out. Well, you'll see you back for the restart. We are going to go back to the green on lap number 31. Drivers out of the race. There's more. Brandon Bain is one of them. Taylor Acosta is another. Then you got Barney Ward, Chase Normile, and Jack Nathan also out. Now 22. Now about 18 cars remain. Max Skinner is leading, however, he does not have a spoiler in that car, so this is Mason Wood's best chance to get back on the lead lap, I'd think. But he does not take the opportunity. He is slow on the restart, and they're piling in again! Oh no! They're never going to stop wrecking! It's just endless carnage as they've wrecked again. And wow, Mason Wood goes from having multiple shots to going back on the lead lap to out of the race. We've had a lot of tough breaks like that today. Culp just barely edges out Jason Marshall. And the leader is still Max Skinner. Well, let's see what happened. Well, meanwhile in Russia, Dion Scott continues to wreck. Why am I making that? How many meanwhile in Russia jokes am I gonna make, even though Dion Scott's from Australia? Well, he's gonna get into Ryan Acosta, who's gonna push up into Todd Nathan, and they're gonna go into the wall. Scott got a hard impact. That might be the last time I make a meanwhile in Russia joke today. And there they go. And ooh, what a dodge by Joseph Clark. His teammate Jasmine Acosta needs to take lessons from him because Acosta can't seem to get through a wreck. But Joseph Clark, he's very good at doing that. When let's see the payoff. He goes from 14th to 6th. Well, you'll see you back for the restart.